What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cover Price Top 10 show for November 17. Travis is out, but have no fear. We've got one of the best replacements here with us tonight. That's right. Laura's here, the OG, to kick it with us for the top 10. And we got my brother Izzy. What is going on? Laura, take it away. You have been missed.
I mean, honestly, I'm not even here to talk comics. I just wanted to hang out with you. I've missed you. It's been very odd not seeing you every week. So I'm here to hang out with you and Izzy for our first show together, right? We've never done this before.
Awesome.
This is our first. Yeah. Hopefully I don't mess up.
No.
Thanks for having me.
Come on. We know you won't mess up, but I do too, man. I miss the entire crew. I miss hanging with you, with Marty, with Gabe. Well, I've been hanging with Gabe. Let me tell you that is like the piece that keeps us together. You know what I mean? Gabe is right there, linking the distance. But you guys are holding down the Shakers. It's awesome. Love tuning in. Just last week, man, I swear to God, I was watching and there was so many video game books where I'm like, oh.
I know. Oh. I think of you every week when they pop up. I'm like, man, I need Lando here, but you know, it is what it is. I'm happy that you allowed me to be on tonight. So thank you for having me.
Well, of course. I mean, Travis is a very easy face to replace, you know what I mean? But we made sure to take it a higher level by having you here, you know what I mean? So
we told him he couldn't come back for at least 2 weeks. We can't come back.
I don't know. I heard he's pretty. I've heard a lot. He's like, that's the face right there.
No. He's got a face for radio. But but yeah, man, Izzy, how's it going?
How's it going, guys? Laura, it's our first time we get to work together. We get to do a show together. It's so exciting. We both got the glows. Everybody got the glows in the background. So look at how nice that is. I love it. So we're going to talk about some fun comic books. And no Mark Spears this week, but plenty of Batman.
Yeah, Batman's been holding it down, man. Holding it down. We got the chat holding it down as always as well. So shout out to the chat. We see you guys here live with us. If you're catching the replay, I got to ask you very politely, don't forget, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, look at that. We got fancy just a little bit. But we're going to kick it off, guys. You know how this rolls, right? We're bringing you the top 10 where we're looking at books that are selling on the aftermarket from the last week. We're looking at trend sales. We're looking at some of them prices. And guys, yes, we got some Batman, but we also got some news when it comes to the Hollywoods. So let's talk about the books. We're going to kick it off with the runner-up. Izzy, take it away.
Runner-up for this week is Absolute Batman #2, the Nitrogata regular cover. This had a high raw sale of $27 near mint. We sold and we tracked 53 copies sold. The reason why this thing is trending is because Scott Snyder just can't keep his mouth shut talking about Absolute Batman. And really, in regards to everything that's going on, it seems like Absolute Batman is hitting this stride right now that everybody's super excited for all the villains that are coming up, that are on their way, like Penguin, Two-Face, Riddler, and of course, Joker. So this book is hot. It has a 7-day growth of 3%, but it was in the list last week. It returns for the runner-up. I love a good yellow moon in the background, like any other Batman cover, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I dig. Cool. Laura, what do you think?
I mean, seeing all the Absolute Joker, even just the concept sketches, I'm in that chat with you guys, so I see it all the time. It's absolutely incredible what they're doing with that character. I'm not surprised to see that kind of like fuel the attention behind Batman. And personally, I'm looking forward to Absolute Penguin because that's my favorite. That show is amazing. Yeah, this makes sense. This completely is predictable to me. Makes sense.
Yeah, Penguin was awesome. Of course, it's a key book, as you were saying. There's a lot of stuff that happens within this issue, but there's a lot of hype right now surrounding the Absolute Batman stuff with the Joker coming. And, you know, we know that the Rogues Gallery here is going to be very extensive. We're looking forward to many other characters as well. I, for one, yes, Laura, I agree with you with the Penguin stuff, but I'm super pumped to see Scarecrow, dude.
A Scarecrow actually scared me in the movies. That's just so terrifying. The concept behind him is just, maybe.
Yeah, for me, I've always been a Riddler fan. And I've always I love the Riddler.
You are the Riddler fan. Nobody ever says that.
I love the Riddler. And ever since 1967 Riddler, that's my, when this guy had the nice little tights laugh. But what? That kind of stuff.
I'm clipping that.
Go for it. Have fun. It's one thing because this book is kind of, second issues, are always lower print than the first issue, no matter what's the situation. However, because of the absolute, bomb that Absolute Batman put out, I think people just got more excited about it and more excited about the different villains that we're getting to see soon. Yeah. Riddler, man, I love Riddler. And I think, like you said, Penguin, Riddler, Joker. I'm still like losing it. What I've seen of the Joker is just insane. I'm curious to see where it goes. So this one, as always, it's one of the early books, right? As they say, and it deserves to be there.
Yep. We're getting closer and closer to that release date when we are going to see Absolute Joker in his full form, but everybody's flocking to the earlier issues, and I'm excited to see that, guys, because tonight's runner-up is Absolute Batman, issue number 2, with a top sale for raw near mint at $27, 7-day trend of 3%. Laura, it is time to kick off the actual top 10, so take it away with number 10.
This is like the first time I've actually done this since TiVo. So number 10, we have V for Vendetta number 1 from DC back in May 1988. A high graded sale came in at $220 for a 9.8, and we tracked 47 copies. The reason for this is kind of twofold. Obviously, we have 5th of November. Every year we see this book spike right around this time of year, but also it's getting a reboot on HBO. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie. Natalie Portman, super, super hot. It's a really, really good one. So seeing this be adapted to a show, I think will be very successful because there's such a fan base for this. It's not something that just goes away. It comes back every year like a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And it was funny because last week I was talking to Cliff regarding this becoming a TV series. And he was like, "What who asked for a V for Vendetta? It only has a situation where he falls in love with an AI. You have political drama. And he's literally talking himself into wanting to see it."
Yes, exactly.
And he's like, "You know what? I do want to see this as a TV series."
Hell yeah. The political part of it alone could be really good. Like just seeing people talk about this shit.
We're in the climate that we're in, it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? With everything that's going on. So, and you're at top tier with HBO. That's the important part. If it's like Sunday night HBO, you're talking about the best of the best.
So we'll have sex, we'll have cussing, we'll have violence.
You'll have it all, and explosions and all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward for Viva Vendetta.
Exactly. And I'm with Cover Price. There's only one date to release this, and it's got to be the 5th of November, because how could we all forget, right? But when it comes to this, dude, I'm excited. Kind of, in line with what you were saying. The fact that this is going to be handled by HBO makes me that much more excited, optimistic. I think that it's in the right hands. I have faith when it comes to HBO. Had this been anybody else, like if this was going to be, I don't know, any other network, even Netflix, I would be a little on the edge. You know what I mean? Because Netflix has handled such, series. I don't know. We'll use like Old Guard, for example. Like that was, you know what I mean? Casting was pretty good, but at the end of the day, final product just didn't do it for me. But when it comes to V for Vendetta, man, we look at that movie. It's legendary. I don't care what anybody says. Movie. I loved it. I've said it before. What Natalie Portman did for that movie, man, shaving her head. Laura, would you do that?
I mean, if I was getting paid enough, yeah. So it's probably why she did it, because it's like, but we're lucky it's not Disney Plus. It's HBO.
Yeah. She's a good bald. I'll give her that much. She's bald gorgeous. Well.
That girl's ridiculous.
Yes. I did tell my wife, if there was ever to make a movie in my life, I want my wife to be played by Natalie Portman.
Aw, I love that.
Because she does kind of look like Natalie Portman. So I'm
now, is it because you're going to be the actor playing yourself and you just want to?
Oh yeah, I get to play myself.
Natalie Portman. Or...
Like, let me show you how to do the kissing scenes, hon.
Yeah, exactly. Good call, good call, guys. At number 10, we got V for Vendetta, number 1, with a top sale for a CGC 9.8 at $220, 7-day trend, 26%. No surprise seeing this at this time of year, but we gotta move forth. And what better way to do so with number 9? Because this right here can take us pretty much anywhere, right, Izzy?
Yeah, because I'm not repeating myself saying Absolute Batman, but it is Absolute Batman that comes in number 9. Absolute Batman 2025 annual number 1. This is the Knit Regatta variant featuring the Batmobile. We have tracked over 29 copies, and we do have a high sale of $30 for a near mint copy. It's Batman, Batman going GI robot, guys. He breaks a white supremacist's arm in this comic book, and it is just Daniel Warren Johnson galore information. But it's all about this cover. I love a good, solid black and white cover. I said it last week. I said it the week before that. I'll probably say it next week because it'll probably keep coming back. But I love this cover.
Yep. Laura?
I like it. Don't get me wrong, but this isn't the cover I would pick for this book. There's another one that I'm thinking of. But
there is another one, yes, and we will end up seeing it at some point tonight because it's inevitable at this point. But it is awesome to have, especially when you factor what the story's about, right? When we get the story regarding the Batmobile, etc. Yes, it carries weight for sure, and it's a good alternative as well. If you don't want to pick up that if you can't find that cover A, but you can find this one. Either or is good. The story is just so good. And that is one thing I'm noticing with, dealing with the top 10 every single week is we're seeing a lot of books making the list based off of, yes, there are artists that are just so, deserving of being here, getting the recognition they're getting. But man, are we getting some great reads. And the Absolute universe right now, man, it's got everybody. Absolute Batman has got everybody going crazy, especially with the release, as we were saying earlier, with the Joker's coming, guys. The Joker's coming, so people are excited. But this issue alone, what happens in this book, you know what it kind of reminds me of? Remember when Bane breaks Batman's back? Like that's the weight this is kind of carrying.
A little bit more violent, but yeah, kind of the same thing. Kind of.
Long time ago too. Aging yourself there, man.
That book goes for so cheap. The first appearance of Bane, like I'm shocked it doesn't go for more, but.
Izzy called me out. My first white hairs started kicking in. So yeah, I aged myself totally.
We were in a different century then, weren't we?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yes, I think it was a century or two. But yes, the black and white hairs is very fitting because this black and white cover of Absolute Batman 2025 annual number 1 came in at number 9 with the top sale for a run near mint at $30. 7-day trend of 13%. Laura said the last read was her first one since TiVo. Now she's going to rock it with the second one. You did great on the first one. What do we got?
My first Lando read. Here we go. Number 8, we have Ice Cream Man, the Mortal Coil Shuffle. This is Martin Morazzo playing card set from Image. Came out this month. Raw sale, $30. We don't have a graded sale yet, but we have 67 copies that tracked. And the reason for the trend, they're going to call it a gimmick form of a comic book told via a deck of cards. The girls and I talked about this last week. It's the first time it's been done, and we were a little bit iffy about it. We weren't sure how people would feel about reading a comic book via playing cards. We were like, okay, they're either going to love it or they're going to hate it. And apparently, they loved it.
Yeah. No, loved it is an understatement. A lot of people were on the fence before this, came out, and including myself. I was one of those that was like, man, I don't know if I want to pick this up. It's a playing card set, not a playing card set, but it's a card set, right? And you got to read the books. But I said it last time. I'm going to say it again, man. I got to give a shout out to Image for doing what they did. They thought completely outside the box with this one. There's gimmicks going on for sure within comics, whether it be, people liking foils, people liking blind bags, whatever it is that people are enjoying. But this one is completely out the box. And here we're getting the cards, story told via cards. Would anybody be sending these to PSA or CGC? That is a big commitment. Let me tell you, 55 playing cards here. So that's always wild.
That is 55 submissions.
Yeah.
Think about that for 1 second. To do the entire set, 55 submissions. Or will they do the box? That's something that I would question as well. I was at Forbidden Planet last week. Yeah. And they still had the set. They had a few of them. They had probably like 5 sets, and they were selling it for the cover price of $10. Yeah. So what's that telling me is that certain shops still are selling this at its regular price. It's going for the aftermarket within the $30 price range, but if you go to certain shops, they don't even, in some cases, they don't even know that this is going for $30. So if you go to your LCS, and I suggest you do, go check to see if they have it. They just might have it. And like you said, getting this submitted, will we ever see a graded copy of this? I don't know, but are they going to grade every single card? That's another thing that I think will eventually happen. Somebody's going to pull it off. Somebody's going to do it.
Yeah,
somebody's not me.
I'm surprised they didn't get crazier, because it's pretty crazy to begin with. But I mean, get crazier, and like certain boxes, certain cards of the story having an alternate ending or having a different card or whatever, a foil version. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Variant card, like they can do so many things if they continue down this route. But it is very interesting. Like I said, it's creative, it's outside the box, and now we're seeing people paying 3 times the price of what it was going for out the gate. And a lot of people,
when's the last time we saw Ice Cream Man on the top 10?
Yeah, well,
this anthology doesn't hit very often. It's more Hello Darkness now, so they created some buzz. That's something.
Yeah, very fair. And Laura, I think the last time was when we were seeing the Dr. Seuss homage covers. There was
oh my god,
there was the Spawn crossover cover. I don't know if you guys remember that one, but yeah, there was a few of those that got some love back then, and now we're seeing Ice Cream Man back on the list. And where on the list, guys? It came in at number 8. Ice Cream Man, the Mortal Coil Shuffle, Martin Morazzo playing card set, top sale for this one right here in a run. Your mint $30, 7-day trend of 7%. Izzy, my God, they're all landing on you when it comes to this. What do we got at number 7?
I feel like I'm Beetlejuice right now, but we got Absolute Batman number 1. This is obviously the regular cover. We have a high graded sale of $265 and a 9.8. Didn't we just talk about this last week being at 210? Yeah, that is insane.
Wow.
It was at number 10 as well.
Exactly. So we're seeing this book going up and up. We tracked 69 copies. 69. God. Everybody's talking about Batman, and this is technically the first appearance of Joker in a cameo. He's kind of like Robin, Damian when he first appeared. He's just in shadow, but he is there. And people are grabbing it because they're looking at it as the first appearance of Joker as well. So that's part of the reason why this book is selling like hotcakes, because now people are going all the way back to the first issue to see that there is a blur, one page, shadow, an eye of the Joker. So that's what I'm seeing here. But again, it's Absolute Batman.
It's always been the book that people should have picked up at the very beginning. We've been saying this for months. Get this book. And I'm not surprised.
There's so many copies out there. That's the thing that shocks me about it. And it's still
there was a lot of chances to grab this. And people are like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, buy it now while you still can. Because now look.
I think what's interesting though is to add to what Izzy was saying is that there are a lot of copies out there. Guys, I'm not even kidding. I think here, right in front of me, I'm not even done on purpose. Like I have so many. But the reason being is because this sold, I think it was close to like 300,000 copies.
It was the highest selling book of the year.
Yeah, exactly. So it was well over that. And there's so many copies out there. But besides that, even with the high print run, a lot of people just want this in their collection. There's still a lot of people who missed out on this. It is getting the attention of people who are not the regular comic collectors. It's going outside of the actual hobby.
I was going to just say that because people that don't read comics normally are going back to read this. There's this general excitement for it because it's fresh, it's new, it's a new take on Batman. It's also, call it what you want to call it, Ultimate Spider-Man, Absolute Batman. They're the 2 highest selling comic book characters out there. So when you have something that starts fresh, starts new, people are openly excited. And more importantly, people that are not regular comic book readers are equally excited. So that 300,000 copies that sold, those sold to comic book collectors.
Yeah.
It's the non-comic book collectors that are going crazy buying these books right now.
Yeah. Guys, I'm not looking to do a cheap plug, but I feel like I've said this before. I can't remember if it was here, but over on my show, I've brought in someone new who's here in the chat. His name is Steve. And like Steve's never read comics before. And the segment just we focus on him for 10 minutes to see what he's reading now and what he's catching up on. He's new to the hobby, and one of the first things that caught his attention was actually Absolute Batman. And it's exactly what you guys said. It's a fresh take. It's different. It gets people excited. It's a whole twist on the characters that we've seen throughout time. These are classic characters, so you can't go wrong. Yes, I agree as well. It is a classic, modern day classic, and I would go to the extreme of saying that right now, maybe you guys might say I'm crazy, but when it comes to reads, man, we are living in what seems like a golden era because there's so much happening, whether it's the Absolute Universe, the Ghost Machine stuff, whether it's the Energon Universe. We could go on forever. Great reads. Yeah, exactly. Great reads are coming out right now. Absolute Batman is clearly leading the charge and has everybody interested. And one thing that is super awesome, and I agree with you, TL Reviews, is that if you get these signed, man, by Dragotta and Snyder, man, they're signing on the wings. Looks so good. So good in a slab. But yeah,
I got a double signed.
You have one.
Oh, nice.
I got a double signed.
There you go. Look at you, man. But guys, at number 7 this week, we've got Absolute Batman. Number 1, it was number 10 last week, and it's moving back up because a top sale for a CGC 9.8 came in at $265. 7-day trend of 23%. Now, Laura, it is time to continue on with this list, but we're staying within the same title. What do we got next?
We're still on the Absolute train, guys. At number 6, we have Absolute Batman number 12, Nick Dragotta again from September 2025. Raw sale, $15 for a near mint. We have 39 copies sold. Why? Intro of Catwoman in costume, her head only, and the intro of Harley Quinn, but it's obscured by a hood. So if you think of issue 6 as the end of the first arc, this book marks the end of the second. That's the big reason why this book has been kind of bouncing. What else here? It obscures Harley Quinn a little bit, but people don't care. We already established that. It still counts as a cameo, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a badass cover. I like the look of it. It works.
Yeah, cover's pretty cool. What's your take?
Yeah.
She said it best. It's more cameos.
More cameos.
This is apparently the cameo week. Everybody makes a cameo in this. We got Laura pulling a cameo this week in our show too, so why not? But
True.
It
Guilty.
goes back to this whole concept that people are trying to go back to get what they consider to be the first appearance. What is considered a first appearance? You could debate it, 180 versus 181. But the reality of it is everybody wants to just have a collection. The book is still in early stages where you could still grab all these books and have a complete run, right? Because we only have up to 15 issues coming up soon. So it becomes easier to pick these up. And that's why these books are getting picked up. People are picking them up because they're not just buying one book, they're buying the runs. And they're still very affordable. $15 near mint is the top sale, but on average, it sells for probably even less. And I know places that still have it for cover price.
Again,
so,
LCS. Go to your LCS. You'll find this on the shelf.
LCS is the best places to go get your comic books before you even decide to do that eBay buy. But if you go to your LCS, you may be surprised. They may have these books for cover price, and they know what it's worth online. They don't care. They just want to make that sale happen because they want people to read the comic books. If you go to an LCS, they're more likely to give you the book at a better price than you would online, and you don't have to pay shipping cost.
Well said, Izzy, man. That's the way to go. Hit up your LCSs. Go support, show some love. Laura, firsthand how that works. But
we have books sitting on our shelves constantly that are going for like quadruple in the aftermarket. I'm like, why aren't people just coming in and buying them here?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's the best thing to do is hit up your LCSs. Now, of course, yes, this one here, we're looking at the first prints for this, but this also has later printings. The entire run has later printings.
Yeah.
Always worth, picking up. If you missed out on the read, just check those out. But what's interesting when it comes to the Absolute Universe, guys, it's kind of like we're getting opposite vibes from Marvel and DC, because Marvel, we know that the Ultimate Universe is coming to a close. Ultimate Spider-Man next month is giving us issue 24, and that is it. We are done with Ultimate Spider-Man. We've got Ultimate Endgame that is up and coming, and of course, it will, spiral out into different types of stories after that. But when it comes to the Absolute Universe and Absolute Batman, well, Dragotta actually came out saying that they have at least 40 issues ready to drop. You know what I mean? They are locked in. It ain't stopping anytime soon, and I don't see this train ever stopping until maybe the wheels fall off. What will it take for that to happen? I guess we shall see. But the love is definitely there because, guys, at number 6, we have Absolute Batman issue 12 with a top sale for a raw near mint at $15, 7-day trend of 193%. Now, guys, we are at the halfway mark. I gotta remind you, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We got Laura in the house. Show some love if you're catching the replay. Comment below.
Hi.
Because we gotta remind her this is her home as well. That's right. Anytime she wants back, she knows where to find me. All right.
Thank you.
There you go. So let's kick it off. We got number 5, man. Izzy, it's about time. We're taking you away from the Absolute Universe.
I know, man. I feel bad now because now I got to talk about Dark Reign, Young Avengers #1, and yes, Dark Reign, Young Avengers #1. The cover may look slightly the same, but it's a different book, guys. This book came out from Marvel back in 2009. We tracked a high-graded sale for $90 at the CGC 9.8, tracks 36 copies. This features the first appearance of multiple characters, but the character that we're looking at is a character by the name of Coat of Arms, and it has been announced that Lauren Moranis, I think it's Moranis, will be playing a character named Lisa Molinar or something like that for the upcoming Vision Quest. So we're already getting casting announcements, and that's why this book is trending right now. This is one of those books that it's kind of a dollar bin book if I care to say it. So you might be able to find it in the dollar bin. But you have this character that's going to be part of Vision Quest. So this is the speculation train at its finest here. If you see it, pick it up at a good price, man, but don't go crazy over it.
Yeah.
But it's I don't think it's a Nick Dragata variant though.
No, probably not. I don't think
I was just okay. I think that reads. I think that's wrong because this doesn't look like. What do I know?
This is how much Absolute Batman has been taking over.
I'm like Nick Dragata, really? Okay, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's not. But Laura, what do you think of this? Because of course, the news here, speculation, I guess we could say, is casting news, and that's really what's driving this right now.
Be careful with spec when it's at this stage. Like what Izzy was saying, buy it if you can find it cheap. I wouldn't go like nuts and spend a ton of money trying to track this book down. But if you can find it for a decent amount, fine. But a lot of this stuff is just like a little risky, if you ask me.
Yeah, very.
Yep. What I find interesting though is that yes, okay, we're getting Coat of Arms, which is really cool, I guess. But we're looking at this cover, and as Izzy was saying, we have multiple appearances within the book. But the one that clearly is, getting all the love is for Molinari. Now, when it comes to that, now we've gotten a lot of tease when it comes to the Young Avengers, right? We've seen all characters pretty much in place within the MCU. So are we going to see a build up to the Young Masters that will, oppose basically for the Young Avengers? So that is something as well that I'm trying to think of. Like, will we see Cassie Lang become Stature at some point? Or are we going to see? Cool. Yeah, like
at this point, I think we're going to see more the champions than the Young Avengers. That's how it's starting to look like. Yeah. Where there was this thing that they were leading towards the Young Avengers, and I even heard some rumors that they were planning the Young Avengers with the whole Kang saga. But now that the Kang saga has been like diverted into Doom, then they're probably looking now to put it into more of a Champions, which I think Champions is probably easier to do live action because you got just different characters from different places. Yep. Where Young Avengers are very specific to a certain core amount of characters, kind of like Marvel's version of the Teen Titans in that way. So with Young Avengers, I know Young Avengers #1 had a big uptick because of all those rumors, and now that book is drastically low. Yeah. This is exactly what we talked about. It is hype because of a TV series of a character that we don't know how much time they're going to be spending on the TV series either. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Agreed. Be careful.
Yeah. Be careful. We shall see how this one plays out. But guys, at number 5, we've got Dark Reign, Young Avengers number 1, the Mark Brooks cover, not Dragotta, guys,
Yes, there we
with
go,
a
Rattlesnake.
top sale for a CGC 9.8 at $90, 7-day trend of 198%. It is wild to see what casting news can do to a book on the aftermarket. But speaking wild, number 4, Laura, take us back to where this all started.
Yeah, let's go back. So we have Absolute Batman 2025 Annual Number 1, Daniel Warren Johnson from October 2025. High grade sale, 115 for a 9.8. We have 178 copies tracked. And again, the reason for this is you have Batman breaking a white supremacist's arm. And it's an awesome variant. This is a really good piece done by Daniel Warren Johnson, who's kind of becoming synonymous with this series. Yeah, fans flock to it. They dig the story, they dig the art, and with those two together, you make the top 10 again.
Booyah. Booyah. Izzy.
We keep talking about this book. I love it. I love this book. I read this book. I read it already twice just because I just love Daniel Warren Johnson pulling his best wrestling moves on comics.
Yes, absolutely.
It's so much fun seeing him do the things he does with these books. And it's when he's doing art and he's writing, there's something special about it. I like it when he's just writing and someone else is doing it, but when he's doing both, you could tell that he's just putting a little more emphasis on it. And this shows in this story. In fact, I'm super excited for the day to come where Daniel Warren Johnson takes over Absolute Batman from Scott Snyder. You heard it here. I think it's going to happen because I think he's the right guy for the job.
Read the tea leaves.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Read the tea leaves.
Scott's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to work on something else. I'm going to write this Catwoman story.
Daniel, don't worry, I got it. I'll take over.
Yeah. Can you do it? And he was like, yep, I'm in.
Dude, I'm so happy you bring it up because again, Daniel Warren Johnson is doing some of his best work within this issue, and not to discredit Daniel Warren Johnson. You guys all know I'm a huge fan of Daniel Warren Johnson, and I love that he constantly implements wrestling moves within the comics. Right? He always throws that in there. It's like a little Easter egg. If you're a fan of wrestling and you're a fan of Daniel Warren Johnson, you know he's gonna do that. And it is so awesome to see. In fact, here, I'll even show you guys. There's one particular panel within the book where he literally drops the one-winged angel by Kenny Omega, which I find to be so amazing.
Omega.
I said it, dude. What's going on? But yes, Kenny Omega. Dude, the move is so damn good. I love this move.
That move does not look right like that, though.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe it does look right. I don't know.
There was that one weekend, Izzy. I believe it was. But yeah, it's a crazy move. And then Kenny Omega does the flying knee. Well, the knee shot that he does to the face, dude. Another crazy move that happens within the book as well, which I love seeing that, man. I love these little, callbacks to these Easter eggs to the wrestling moves. And it's awesome. I think Daniel Warren Johnson's art, I know that we've seen Dragotta for so long over on the Absolute Batman run, but Daniel Warren Johnson killed it so well on this book that I want to see more. You know what I mean? I want to see more from that DWJ.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, it looks like everybody wants to see more because they're paying a little bit more over on the aftermarket. Because guys, at number 4, Absolute Batman 2025 Annual Number 1 with a top sale for a CGC 9.8, $150, 7-day trend of 67%. If ever I meet Kenny Omega, I will address him as Omega, and I will have that show. I promise you, Izzy. I promise you. Laura, Izzy, what do we got at number 3?
Every time I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in another Absolute Batman. This time it's issue number 6, the Nick Dragotta regular cover. We have a high raw sale of $27, and we tracked 26 copies sold. This is the second cameo appearance of Absolute Joker, and we're now focusing on a new ongoing story arc. This is one of those books, again, just like before. The cameos, people are still hunting down cameos. We're seeing the 7-day trend of 328%. That is crazy to see. And like I said, man, people are just picking them all up. If you see it, you pick it up. And that's what people are doing with this book in general. That's why it's so hot, guys.
Yep. Laura?
Yeah, if you guys have been reading this, you've been reading every issue, it was meant to be the last issue of the arc, and it could have ended there. But I'm glad that they decided to continue it. The amount of attention, the amount of new people that are coming into this, it's not as intimidating as reading an older Batman. It's like a brand new slate, clean slate. You can just jump right in.
Yeah.
So I see why they continued going with it, but it could have been the ending.
There was
the
no
arc.
way that they could have ended it here. Absolutely no way.
Yes, they could have.
Nah, I would have left too much open. You know what I mean? Like, it was
For
so...
the arc.
Yeah, no, for sure. The arc. But I mean, like, they keep it rolling because there's a lot more that just unfolds immediately after this issue. In fact, I
Yeah.
even feel like it goes into high gear after that. You know what I mean? Like, they came out with a bang, but then it just kicks off even more.
And it's
Yeah,
the
you're right.
origin arc, right? So the origin arc is always like we're building up the character now. You know, starting with issue 7, that's where we all, you know, we just let it loose. That's what they do. You know, it's like any good sequel. A good sequel just says now we don't have to build on an origin anymore. We could do whatever we want, and that's where we get our Dark Knight from.
Yes.
So,
yes,
this is
exactly.
the
Yes.
same thing here, where Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta have been working diligently to make sure the story is special. And I think we're getting to that point. We don't see Joker until issue 15, but he's planting the seeds already with this issue. He planted the seed with the first issue just to let you know there is a Joker in this universe.
Yeah.
And he's going to be different. And here we're planting the seed and we'll say, we're showing you why he's different here. And now we're really going to show you.
He's terrifying, is he? Like watching, like just seeing, like when I originally saw the concept art, I'm like, that can't be real. And then here we go. But you see how well this is received. How can you not continue it? I didn't know it was going that long, Lando. You said what, 40 issues?
Yeah, Dragotta came out.
Crazy.
I think it was Dragotta or Snyder, one of the two. But they said they're ready to go. You know what I mean? They've got a ton of books ready to drop, and I'm happy to hear that. I want to see this continue going. You guys referenced the Joker again, and you know, I the first time I saw him in that panel sitting on that chair, and then you saw his arm with all like the baby like corpses or whatever it was on his arm, I was like, what in the hell is going on with the Joker? This is a totally different twist on the Joker, and now I'm kind of like petrified here. This is something crazy. Joker is complete opposite. You know what I mean? He's definitely psychotic. You know what I mean? Like, we all know the Joker for being what he is, but like on this level, it's scary as hell. And I think it's interesting as well, all the artwork that we're seeing surrounding this new Joker now that we have issue 15 that's coming. We're seeing so many artists, man, and even Boss Logic, like so many people.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so many people putting together amazing artwork where I'm looking at these different versions of, you know, these covers of the Joker, and I'm like, man, we are in for such a sick twist on this character. We have yet to really see this character, see what kind of a threat he's going to be, and to think that immediately after that, they're going to just move forward with new villains like Scarecrow and stuff like that. I can't wait to see how this story unfolds. I really can't wait.
And that's the best thing about Batman. Batman has one of the greatest road galleries in all of comic books, right?
Yeah.
I think only second to Spider-Man, in my opinion, but that's my opinion. But everybody knows the rogues gallery when it comes to Batman. And that's what makes it so good, because everybody's waiting for who, you know, Scarecrow. We're waiting for, you know, we got Bane, we're getting Joker. Can't wait to see Riddler. I'm gonna be on that Riddler train all day. You know,
Penguin, man,
Penguin, Catwoman. We haven't even seen a Poison Ivy. We don't even know what Poison Ivy is gonna look like.
No, exactly. But I know we think of the, you know, all the classic villains that exist within the universe, but how many people that we know within the real universe, you know, the main timeline that are considered heroes, such as like Nightwing, etc., that could end up being villains. You know what I mean? This is a whole different universe.
Nightwing as a villain would be amazing. My daughter would lose her shit.
Right?
That'd be so cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool.
But that's what I'm saying.
Spicy Nightwing. That's what that would be.
Yeah.
Sexy Nightwing. He's always sexy. Like Nightwing's like super hot. So.
Yep. I don't even swing that way, but yep.
He is. He's a good-looking dude, and all the comments are like, "Oh my god."
I give it to him. I'll give him his flowers. But yeah, man, I think this universe is very exciting, man. And clearly people are equally as excited because at number 6, guys, we have, at number three, we've got Absolute Batman issue 6. That's where I messed up. Top sale, run your mint, $27, 7-day trend, 328%. Madness. Laura, you are getting to talk about one of the biggest books this week at number 2. What do we got?
Yeah, I saw this going off online. I'm like, what is happening? Then I eventually found out. Number 2, Geiger 80-page giant number 1 by Brian Hitch came out in February 2022. High graded sale, $176 for a 9.8. And we tracked 13 copies moving. Why, you may ask? First appearance of the Redcoat, and we just found out that this book features the first appearance of him starring soon in a major motion picture coming to a theater near you. Boom. Everybody started buzzing. The internet went nuts. I started seeing all these sales on eBay, and this is why. You hear any sort of like news about it being adaptation,
yeah,
and you get this. Anthony's read this. I have not. He said that I would like
so
it, though, because I'm into period pieces.
So good. Have you read it?
I've read Geiger. Well,
I
read
the issue that followed it, so I never got the 80-page giant, but I read the
right. I didn't either. Yeah.
What I will say is, Jeff Johns already planned this. This was already in the making. It was bound to happen already.
Yeah.
So it was something that was always going to happen, and now it's finally happening. Where we're getting this information about Redcoat, and why not Redcoat? Especially, we got the anniversary of America coming up soon next year and stuff like that. So we got some stuff going on. Why not do a character like Redcoat, who kind of is like a Vandal Savage? He's in the sense that he really doesn't die. He just comes right back to life and stuff like that. And he's cool because he is kind of a jerk, isn't he? So
he a little bit kind of reminds me of but this is also his first cover appearance, so it's not just his first appearance, but first time you see him on the cover, so it's kind of a double hitter.
Yeah, exactly. This was available as a variant for the 80-page giant, and what's amazing about this is, I'm gonna highlight Cover Price's comment because it's legit. Like, Lefteros has been on this significantly, and so have I. I've been following the Ghost Machine, which was Mad Machine prior, back in 2022 when it was first dropping. You even see it there, I think, on the cover. If you look where the Image logo is, sorry, it was Mad Ghost, not Mad Machine. Mad Ghost. Geiger itself, the first volume was so good, it had me hooked. And then we start seeing, the expansion of this, and we get the 80-pager, and then we're getting Rook Exodus, we're getting, of course, Redcoat, we're getting Hyde Street, we're getting so many great titles that are all tied to this. Amazing characters being introduced. Now, Redcoat himself, what's interesting about Redcoat is, like you were saying, right? He's immortal. He's immortal. And the historical figures that he comes across throughout this entire run of Redcoat is so good, man. You see him, with George Washington. You'll see him with what was the character, man? You get like Einstein. I know that. Oakley. What's her name?
Oakley.
Annie Oakley. Annie Oakley, yes. So you see Annie Oakley. You'll see there's a character that's been introduced lately, and I'm going to recommend that people keep an eye out for issue 11 of Redcoat, the Northerner. You want to definitely keep an eye out for that one. Now, when we talk about the fact that now it's being picked up and we have a project that has been greenlit, I was asking myself, especially with, Geiger being so good. I thought Geiger would have been the first one to get picked up, in parallel with the way it was released, right? Geiger came out. Yeah, but that wasn't the case. And from what I've gathered, doing a little bit of research as to why that didn't happen, apparently it was in the works, but the whole writer strike kind of like threw it off. I don't know if you remember that. So that kind of, I guess, sidetracked it, and now we got Redcoat that is being, moving forward, and I'm excited about this. I'm so happy again this ties back to what we were saying earlier within the show. Right now we're eating good. There's a lot of good reads. Like I said, you could call this a golden era if you want, because there are so many great titles, great universes, and it goes beyond just the Ghost Machine stuff and the Energon universe. Like, guys, the Massiverse, Radiant Black, all of that stuff, it is great stuff that is happening right now. Anything could happen on that side of town, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we're eating so well as comic fans, and this just further proves it, because it almost felt like this was inevitable. When you read this, it kind of feels like, man, this would be so wild as a TV show. I don't want it to be a movie. I want it to be a TV show, simply because I think it would just do well. It won't be as condensed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate when we get films on such titles that we know we have so much more to explore, and then we'll
Give
take
it time to breathe, right? Like a fine wine. Let it breathe. Get
exactly.
through it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm really
Yeah.
happy to see this. I'm happy to see the love that this is now getting on the aftermarket. Not because I have copies. I'm not a seller. I'm a collector. Because, guys, at number 2, we've got Geiger 80-page giant number 1, the Brian Hitch variant. That is also the first cover appearance right there of Redcoat. Top sale for a CGC 9.8, $176. 7-day trend of 112%. And we are about to bring it home with number 1 on the list. Izzy, what do we got?
It is also Geiger 80-page number 1. This is the regular cover by Gary Frank. This had a high graded sale of $125 at 9.8, and we did track 26 copies sold. As we mentioned before, this is the first appearance of Redcoat, and there is an announcement for a film adaptation of the character. Now, you guys were talking a little bit about Redcoat and all the characters he's met so far. So I did a little research while you guys were talking about who's he's met already. He's met George Washington, John Hancock, Benedict Arnold, Albert Einstein, Annie Oakley, John Chapman, Davy Crockett, the Northerner, and the Founding Fathers, which is part of a Candlestein cabal. I think it's easier to make Redcoat than it is to make Geiger. Yeah. And here's why. You're not going to spend a huge budget with a character like Redcoat, because all you need to do is get the costumes. And the costumes are going to cost cheaper than any type of CGI that you're going to need for it. So I think it becomes a safer bet where you could focus on story and make a movie for like 40 to 60 million, as opposed to something like making the Geiger character and making it, a little bit, it's going to cost you a little bit more because of the CGI. So I think this is an actual safer bet than it would be to do the other character. And that's just my opinion when I look at it from that perspective.
Yeah. Laura.
Yeah, no, I agree. As a show, especially, you have so many different branches you could take with this that it makes sense to do it that way versus going with Geiger. Yeah, I'm curious to see how they do Chaplin. That'd be fun. The whole thing could be really interesting for kids too. Maybe get kids involved.
Yeah. History lesson, right?
What's it streaming on? Do we know? Or what's it supposed to be streaming on?
It's planned to be a movie, actually.
See, I think it should be a show. I think it'd be better if it was episodes, and every episode he's meeting somebody different. But what do I know?
Yeah, no, there's way more than just these characters that he comes across, historical figures. And it's funny because you see the exchanges that happen with some of these historical figures. Don't forget, he's immortal, right? So some of the things that happen are pretty wild within the book. But it is such a wonderful idea. It's great. I liked seeing this out the gate. It's a good read. It's refreshing. You know what I mean? The Ghost Machine universe is refreshing and something that I'm really enjoying. I agree with you, Laura. I would much rather see this as a show, but as
episodes, like give it a chance to really like unpack each character that he comes across. Otherwise, it's gonna feel rushed.
It will remind me. Now I'm gonna age myself big time. I'm probably gonna age myself more than Lando in this one. It reminds me of the way they did Quantum Leap. If you remember Quantum Leap, it was a show where he got to meet different characters along the way, but because he exchanged his body and stuff like that. But in this case, he's not exchanging the body. He is himself, but he got to see different historical characters as a result. Sky's the limit of who Redcoat's going to meet, right? That's the thing. It's like, if you do it as a TV show, you could meet any character. You could even have an episode where he meets Elvis. You know what I'm saying? Because he's that type of character.
There's so much more potential there, right? I don't know.
Yeah. But speaking Elvis and speaking all these universes, Department of Truth, we know, that is inevitable. It's gonna happen. We just got Elvis within the story. We've got the Energon universe. We know it's gonna be an animated adult, which is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait for that. I'm gonna continue to campaign this. I still think that Daniel Warren Johnson needs to voice Shredhead. We've got the Ghost Machine stuff now up and coming. I would love to see an absolute Batman animated because DC absolutely slays it when it comes to animated stuff. Could you imagine what that would be like? I saw somebody saying Geiger as an animated would be amazing. Guys, we're eating good. We are eating good.
We're full. We're full for now.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's enjoy. We've got so much good stuff. And at number 1, man, we have Geiger, the 80-page giant. Number 1, the Gary Frank cover, which is a regular. Top sale for this one, CGC 9.8, $125. 7-day trend of 205%. Guys, that was the top 10 show. It looked a little familiar, kind of like last week, with a little twists here and there. But what's the most refreshing on this list this week? Laura's back. So thank you, Laura.
No, thanks for having me. I just came along for the ride and it was fun. This is a good time.
It was a good time. You are missed, absolutely. I should make my way to the Shakers. I think that would be fair.
Anytime you want. No invite needed. Just hop in the stream. I would actually kind of love that if one of you just like popped in. I'm like,
just show up.
Yeah, just show up.
Scrub the whole
Shakers. I haven't made the Shaker show yet. I got to do it.
Anytime. Like, again, it's an open invite for my show. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Thursdays is always the hard day for me. That's the hardest day for me because that's the day that the missus is like, oh, no, you're not going live.
Yeah, it's tricky.
But they want me.
On Thursdays. On Thursdays. That's the you time on Thursdays.
Thursdays is family time, I guess, because you know how Fridays are. Fridays are Fridays.
Yeah.
But it's like stay at home, watch a movie, all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it's because I got 2 young kids that Fridays now it's one extreme or the other. Either it's balls to the wall, we go out and we don't come home till tomorrow morning, or we fall asleep at 9 on the couch. It's one of the two.
I prefer the 9 on the couch. That sounds better to me.
I go to sleep like at 7 o'clock sometimes. Man.
Oh, right. This is late. It's 8 o'clock here. I'm like, oh man, I need a bath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Izzy, please tell
me.
We
wake up early, bro. We wake up early in this household.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But Lori, besides the Shakers and everything else, do you have anything up and coming, man? How's Bird City? I know we got exclusives up and coming. Talk to me.
Bird City's growing really, really fast. As I was telling you guys before we started, there's some big stuff coming up. You'll know in 2026. Not yet, though. Just keep an eye on us. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Mrs. Bird City or Bird City Comics, either one. But yeah, we have some good stuff coming up. I found some new artists that I'm so excited to show you guys. There's so much talent out there, and that's like something I pride myself in, is being able to find somebody that's never done a comic, and I bring them into this realm, and then they explode, So watch us. We have some good stuff coming up.
Good.
Oh yeah, and then obviously Shakers on Thursdays. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Izzy, man, what do you got up and coming? Talk.
Yeah, I got a couple of things up and coming. So you guys know me. I do stuff on Tuesdays where I hang out with Cliff and we talk about comics. But next week on Black Friday, speaking of artists, I'm going to be doing an art show auction in which we're going to be doing some sales. I'll just show you one of my pieces.
Show it. Let's go.
That's going to go on sale.
No.
Wait, you drew that?
I did this.
And I didn't even know you were an artist.
Oh, you should see some of his stuff.
So this is going to go on sale on Black
know.
Friday. We're going to have a Black Friday art auction. So there's a couple of like community artists that's going to be part of it. So if you come to the Izzyverse, I believe I've already made it. So, but we don't have an official time just yet because we're working on it because it's going to be a long stream. And we're going to be doing a lot of art auctions and we're going to be drawing on the spot as well. So that's
hold it up again real quick. We hold it up real quick.
He's got other ones. I know he's got
other ones. So that's a Thanos. I'll show you another one here. Let me see.
Yes, please. Sorry. I didn't know you were an artist. I really didn't. So
you guys thought I was the man of mystery or whatever.
I know I got a good friend that's watching right now. This is actually a piece for him that I did a while ago, which I did a Swamp Thing. John Constantine. So there you have it there. So that's one. And
Love it.
Yeah, I got a full box of sketch comics that we're going to be doing in the show. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So go check it out. Izzyverse NYC. It's already up and running. It's going to happen on Black Friday. I do it every year. Sketchy show.
Okay, good to know. I did not know that. Tag me and I'll share it out. And yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now he's not a sketchy guy. He's actually a legitimate guy. So don't worry about the
I am
title.
from New York. You know what I'm saying?
I could hear the accent. I was thinking
Yeah.
like maybe Brooklyn or Queens.
Oh, you got it right. You got one
You got
right.
the boogie down, baby.
Yep. You got it down. That's for sure. Shout out to Love for Comics, the $2 super chat. We appreciate you.
Izzy Bird, I love it.
Yeah, I tell you all the time. You don't need to do this, but shout out to Love for Comics, guys. I actually, you know what? I'm going to take the opportunity to plug Love for Comics because he's going to be hopping on my show December 14 over on the Black Crown Comics channel, where we're going to be doing a huge giveaway to all subscribers. The man is bringing like so many blind bags that we're going to be opening up and just giving away to everybody to say thank you. We're in the holiday spirit, guys. We're getting close. We're 1 month away, man, from Christmas. And don't forget, Black Friday, guys, Cover Price this week is also doing a huge Cover Price holiday giveaway that is taking place on Black Friday. So make sure to check it out. You can see the link right there. Can I do anything else to add this? Do I pin it here? I'll pin it for you guys. But definitely check it out. We're going to be talking about this not only tonight, tomorrow night, on Wednesday night, and on Thursday night, because we want to make sure you guys tune in on this, man. It's going to be amazing. It's a huge giveaway.
Spoiler alert on this. I can't say too much. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but they got some stuff, some remarks that I didn't even know was possible. And I'm like, how did you even get those?
So Laura, did you see them?
Yes.
I saw it.
And I was like, wait, I don't even know. I want to. Yeah. So what they're giving away is not like your average stuff. This is intense, really, really rare opportunities here. So definitely, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Sub.
I'm going to say, I am going to spoil it. Sorry, I don't care.
We're allowed. Okay. I don't know.
You know, we've got some hot artists we've had, talked about in the past on the top 10. Maybe it might be Shubina. Maybe it might be Spears. Maybe it might be Izzy. It could be anybody.
I'm a hot artist.
You're a hot artist.
I'm
pretty hot, bro. But yeah, man, there's a lot of good stuff that's going to be given away. So make sure to tune in, guys. Check that out. The Black Friday giveaway is going to be nuts. Can't wait to see that. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow night we go live 9 p.m. Eastern time to bring you guys the new Comic Book Day show, where we're going to go through the books that are dropping for this week. And as Laura said, man, which I'm so happy she was back tonight, go support your LCSs, guys. Go check them out. Go pick up those books that are dropping this week. Laura, thank you. Izzy, thank you. Chat, thank you. Those of you catching the replay, we love you. Make sure to comment below. Show some love. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Adios.
See ya.